this is Adrian, Larson, president of Pathlight, here with your Pathlight Insight. And we are at the end of another earnings season for S&P 500 companies. The second quarter is basically at a close with about 90% of S&P 500 companies having reported their second quarter 2018 earnings. And I really wanted to come back to the actual data because if you've been watching news or reading some of the headlines, market volatility has spiked again for what now is, I don't know, pick any number of reasons. But we always, as you know, at Pathlight want to redirect you toward the actual numbers of these companies that are reporting, and that's what shows the business strength around here. So with 90% of the second quarter earnings out of the way, we have our earnings growth of roughly 23.5% year over year. Strong number. A lot of that, or about a third of that, is due to the tax cuts that went into effect at the beginning of 2018. But you can see, even without that tax cut, strong earnings growth. What you also see is revenue growth in this situation. We have 9.5% year over year revenue growth for S&P 500 companies. That's one of the strongest growth numbers that we've seen in quite a while. We have 79% of S&P 500 companies beating their earnings estimates, and we have 71% beating their revenue estimates. So you can see widespread strength for the actual companies that make up the stock market. You might see headlines around some high-profile earnings misses, like a Facebook, and it goes down by 20% in a day. Netflix, those are the names that are garnering most of the news cycles because they're the high flyers, the FANG names, those types of things. But of the underlying core group of companies within the S&P 500, we are seeing widespread and continued earnings strength. Now, if you even look out as earnings have been estimated out into 2019, we're still expecting 10% earnings growth in 2019. You might hear people talking about growth deceleration in earnings. Well, it's decelerating from this lofty level, but a 10% earnings growth number in a year is still a very strong number. So let's go ahead and make sure that we actually see the data for what they are, which is they're telling a story of a fantastic business environment here in the United States. Try to tune out the noise and just go ahead and allow those companies to do what they do. If you have any questions, please go ahead and give us a call. We'd love to connect with you. Take care.